Hey everybody, well today is the day after much painting of Power Armor and talking about it and reading of, Liber Astartes'. The Horus Heresy is finally here and you guys get to come along and join the adventure that I've been doing for a couple months now, getting ready to play this game. I'm painting my last couple units for my Raven Guard for a bit, which is going to be, of course, that Kratos Assault Tank. I got some Tartarus Pattern Terminators and a Cataphracti Praetor all built up and converted for my Raven Guard. And then I want to do a new army. I feel bad. I got a leg up on doing this stuff. I've been painting it for the last couple months. Obviously, I got to go to the Horus Heresy weekend and have my Raven Guard all ready to go. I already have my Alpha Legion army from first edition, all painted up and ready. So I wanted to do something over the summer that I thought would be fun and do a building league, basically. Come along with you guys on your journey, building the box set now that you've got it, and start a whole new army, one that's present at the Siege of Terra, that's there all the way to the end. You guys have been voting on it and giving me suggestions talking about it, but I finally settled on doing Blood Angels, and I wrote a campaign for the summer. So for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to start building and painting my initial starter army for the campaign. You can go and check out the rules in the description below if you're one of my patrons, and if you are a retailer and you want to run this in the store, I figured as a nice gesture to all the retailers that have done a ton of hard work getting ready to launch the Horus Heresy as well. You can DM me or message me through my Facebook page or send me an email, and I'll send you a copy of this to use in your store if you want. If you're not good at running campaigns or leagues, I've got one pre-ready to go. It's all ready to just print off and play, and it basically takes you through a journey of 1,000 points initially. So I'm going to spend 2 weeks building and painting 1,000 points of Blood Angels, and you can check that on my social media. And then you play through and you add 250 points every week after that, like basically a unit, you know what I mean, like a Terminator squad or a vehicle, or you can, up strength the squad and add a vehicle or something like that. And it ends 6 weeks after you play your first game. And it tells the story of a crash on a planet called Repentance in the Ultramar system, basically reinforcements going to the muster at Calth when it happens. The Ruin Storm kicks off, there's the huge betrayal, and all of these legionnaires on this huge mass conveyor who were going to the muster or other various sort of parts unknown as like a jump off point are trapped on this planet together. They're from all 18 different legions, and they're all through various means, either because they know there's they knew what was happening or they didn't know what was happening, end up in conflict trying to get off the planet and rejoin the war. So that's the story. There's exploration, there's defending your base, there's earning rewards, and slowly basically climbing off the planet over 6 weeks and making your escape. And then once that's done, you mark your triumphs, and the people who get the most triumphs obviously can win the campaign overall. But the goal is to be able to play a bunch of games slowly as you go, starting at 1,000 points and ending at 2,000 points after 6 weeks. So if you're interested, come along. I'm going to build a Facebook group for it. I'm going to have people come in all summer, hopefully, and play it with me. And when it's done, I'll have another 2,000 point Horus Heresy army that'll be there all the way through the end, which is going to be, of course, the Blood Angels. Now I'm going to be also adding to my Alpha Legion and my Raven Guard as I go too. The nice thing is it gives me kind of like a nice base for having 2 Horus Heresy armies that are both Loyalist and Traitor, maybe Traitor. So whoever comes into play, I'll have something that'll make sense to play against them, and I can kind of keep chipping away. So there's a nice foundation to add to. But I felt bad that I was kind of already ahead. So I'm going to start over from scratch and play some games with you guys, and I'd love to see what you guys are building and painting as well. So jump in the Facebook group, grab the rules if you're a patron or if you're a retailer, and let's play some games. Let's play some Horus Heresy. So I'm going to show you what I built so far, show you the core of how you build your initial 1,000 point list for playing on Repentance, and we'll jump off and start the campaign. So here it is, my first roster for Repentance. Mostly built. I wanted to actually add a squad from the box set as well and some Terminators. So I'd been kit bashing ever since I'd gotten home from England, Marines, and decided to play around with the new, newer, the Blood Angels bits that are pretty much a perfect fit for the Mark IV Marines. And so I built a tactical squad with some of the weapons that are available in the Index Astartes, so things like Perdition Blades of Perdition or whatever, for my sergeants. You can see they've got the cool Blood Angels power swords and stuff. They get brutal too, which is awesome. And I even kit bashed a Praetor, whoa geez, I'm dropping things, out of the Praetor bits that come in the Age of Darkness box set, as well as some like current range Space Marine stuff. So this was like a Death Watch back, a Mark IV chest, a bunch of like stuff from Sanguinary Guard, the Praetor's like legs, and like little like rubble piece, as well as his backpack from the Age of Darkness starter set. So I made my own Praetor. His name is Dominion Jeremiel. So this is Dominion Jeremiel. He's a newly minted Praetor. He's crashed on Repentance with some of his men. And I wanted to have like a veteran squad who was accompanying him. So this is from his old company, these 10. And then the replacements are the guys in the Mark 6 armor in the back. As well as this, which is his personal bodyguard, which are the Flesh Tearers. Because I've been doing the Flesh Tear project for Rogue Trader and for 2nd edition. I thought it'd be cool to do a Horus Heresy Flesh Tear thing too. So Dominion... Commander Amit becomes the founder of the Flesh Tearers eventually, and I figured it'd be cool to have some of his forces on the table. So a Rhino to go with them. It doesn't have the multi-melta initially because I can't afford it point-wise, but I'll be able to spend those points later on. And then I actually used the old Contemptor and bodged on some of the new weapons. So that's the new Las Cannon from the Age of Darkness box set, because I wanted to see if I could dress up the Contemptor from the Prospero Burns Betrayal at Calth box. So I used actually some bits. I gave him knee pads from the current like Venerable Dreadnought. That's actually if you want to use the Havoc launcher from the Rhino from the vehicle accessory sprue, I used that to give him a Havoc launcher and the heavy flamer bits as well. So this is basically me using the leftovers from the first box I built and painted as Raven Guard, and seeing if I could make a nice, cool like upgrade for the Contemptor. His legs are still a little straight, but I feel like by throwing on some accessories from the Venerable box, I've made him appropriately Blood Angel-y, and I've got my cool Ancient. His name is Cafciel. Cafciel? Yeah, Cafciel. He's the best friend of Commander Jeremiel, who's fallen in battle and been put into a Contemptor. And then squads Danielle, which is the veteran squad with the chainswords and stuff, bolter, chainsword, so they're kind of like Grey Slayers. It's rather expensive. They're 190 points for 10 of them, but they're pretty decent melee fighters, and they still have bolters and stuff. And then I'm going to build these guys with chain bayonets, keeping with the all chain weapon sort of like theme here for being Flesh Tearers. So I've got 5 chain fists on these guys. I'm going to give the chain bayonets to the tactical squad, and that's my 1,000 points. So I've got 2 weeks to get it painted. I want to have it painted by the end of June, beginning of July, and then we'll run the whole summer. I'm going to hopefully get someone to come and play a 1,000-point game with me sometime early in July. Either message me on Facebook or chat with me on the Facebook group or something like that. And anybody who wants to run this campaign obviously can run it. It's a great way to split the box set and get started, or if you want to build it straight to the box set, you can obviously have sort of like your pick of the litter and build whatever you want. And yeah, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited to play some Horus Heresy, and I figured this would be a fun way to do it and have you guys follow along. So watch my social media for the paint jobs on these guys. I'm going to do a test model out of this first. I'm using the Blood Angels Mephiston Red spray paint, if you're wondering what the base coat of that is. And then, yeah, we'll see what my Horus Heresy Blood Angels end up looking like. I'm pretty stoked to paint them. After painting nothing but black power armor for like 3 months, I'm finishing off the squads and the Kratos. I decided I'm going to keep with my Raven Guard. But the Rhino is going to go into the Blood Angels because it fits better, because, I mean, all the Raven Guard get infiltrate basically anyway, so having a Rhino doesn't suit them very much. This way, these guys can have a ride and actually maybe get into combat, and yeah, and we'll get the campaign started. So there we go, the first leg almost built of my 1,000-point Blood Angel list for my summer campaign for Repentance, the Horus Heresy sort of like launch campaign to build a 2,000-point army over the summer. I hope you guys can join along or come watch or whatever. Join the Facebook group and post painted pics of what you're painting. Get your box sets all done up, and yeah, and we'll see you on Repentance, hopefully, and we'll see who escapes the planet, the loyalist of the traitors. So big thanks for watching, and yeah, I'm pumped. Let's see some Horus Heresy this summer. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed that video. There are tons of other games already recorded for you to watch. Click over to my channel page if you haven't already, and have a look through the dozens of playlists full of videos. I guarantee you'll discover a game you haven't seen played before. I put out new videos 7 days a week, and every day is themed to a different genre as I continue to explore the wider world of gaming. Of course, none of that's possible without you, the viewer, so click a like and subscribe if you'd like to stay on top of what's happening here daily. My 2 kids and I are massively grateful to be able to have the flexibility of this job so I can always maximize my time with them. If you want to support me continuing to put out this content, it's only possible because of my amazing backers on Patreon who support the studio, equipment, and model cost, as well as being how I make the bulk of my living. You can also help out by buying a t-shirt through Spreadshirt, a measuring gauge or widget from Death Ray Designs, or buying one of my games and supplements like Last Days, Gamma Wolves, and Blaster. As a way of showing my appreciation, patrons get early access to new games and supplements that I write throughout the course of the year. Huge thanks for watching, it really does help out, and happy gaming.